Boom. What up, y'all? Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am Mr. A.D. Walker, the pusher, the grower, the motivator. I appreciate you guys for rocking and hanging, rocking and stocking, rocking to stopping. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Look at this plow. All right. Blessings, Lisa. Thank you for being here, my friend. So today, as you can see, we're discussing do all black men think the same? Do all black men think the same? And we're going to be talking about various issues, topics, questions. It's going to be a very interesting conversation. And again, like I said, I appreciate you guys being here and sharing and always supporting. We got some amazing things happening this year. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned. I know you've been here this long. Don't give up on us. We have great things coming down the pike. Did I ever put it? Yeah, there we go. So make sure you are joining our community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. And we look forward to having you here and knowing what's going on with the Legacy Walker Network. Happy Monday. Gotta say that. Happy Monday. Happy New Year, if you haven't heard me say that. How long are you supposed to say Happy New Year? Is it like if I don't see Pastor McCory for like 6 months and then I see him, am I supposed to say, hey, Happy New Year? If I haven't seen him since last year, what's the time limit on that? What's up, Richard? Good morning, sir. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, Richard. Doing well. It's a question, just a thought. Think about it. Like how long should it be? All right. So, like I said, make sure. Listen, what I need you to do, as always, make sure you share. Share to some other brothers. Share to some other sisters. Tag somebody to be in this conversation because I know you want some folks in this conversation. Make sure you can even inbox them. Be sure to spam. I approve of spamming. Spam them. Let them know what's going on this morning. Be a part of this live conversation so we can really dig into do all black men think the same. All right. And of course, I have a plethora of questions I'm going to throw out there, topics that I'm going to toss out for my brothers to discuss. What's today? Monday. Purpose for Forever should be on. We gotta see what's going down. Might not be able to come on tonight. Gotta see. But make sure you tune in, stay connected to us, and you'll see. Because my wife hit me with a revelation that we're gonna dig into. So you don't want to miss that. Big 29 spin. Oh yeah. All right. So listen, stay tuned, stand back, stand down. We're gonna go ahead and kick it off. There we go. Yes, indeed. It's about that time. So I got Pastor Cole in the wing. Ephraim will be in momentarily. Just take care of some business. All right, so let's go ahead and kick this off on this fabulous Monday. We'll be right back after this. I want to welcome you to the Brothers of Legacy broadcast, where we are changing our community one conversation at a time, every day.
We are creating a new legacy.
Change gon' come. Change gon' come. Change gon' come. Change gon' come. Change gon' come.
A co-op has to start with ownership. Right. We have a mindset of either I want to make a lot of money or survive. Make a bunch of money or I got to figure out how to survive.
When you have a real bond, when everyone has, we come in with real expectations. Mm-hmm. Because this is covenant.
The whole point is this, that we as a people, with our money and time, aren't often making this general function, often vested in the legacy.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Rich, I'm gonna put you in timeout, brother. All right. Oh, happy Monday, gentlemen. Pastor Corey Cole in the building.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Pastor Brian McCrory, Anthony A.D. Walker, the Left Hand Clan. Give it up. Good morning, gentlemen. It is a pleasure to be amongst the both of you.
Yes, indeed. Oh man. All right. Let's get ready to get into this. All right. So, like I said, today we're talking about, do all black men think the same? I have a few questions I'm gonna throw out here. Like I said, the Seahawks won. I didn't check who won between the Saints and the Falcons.
Well, let's just say the Falcons did not win.
They were playing the Falcons. Does it really matter?
No, it didn't.
Listen, like I said, I drive and I knew they was having the game. I dropped a couple of people off the stadium. I had more Falcon fans.
Jaguars were playing the Falcons yesterday, who do you think would have won?
Jaguars.
Okay.
And that's really no shade on the Falcons.
If the New York Giants were playing the Falcons yesterday, who do you think would have won?
So wrong. All right, we're gonna get into it. I don't want to lose my people.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, especially when the Giants on a 3rd and 9 went with a quarterback sneak in their own side of the year.
Quarterback sneak? Are you kidding me? And just days ago, the coach said we are not a clown show. Really?
Right.
Really?
And you put forth that as a statement of you not being a clown show. Yeah.
I can hear in the background on the sidelines. Make up.
Y'all are so wrong.
The only thing that was missing was Sandman Sam's not get on the field to just usher the Giants offense off of it.
See, the insults. The insults gotta stop.
I don't know what's worse, man, the Falcons season or just that one play with New York.
Oh, gosh.
And we're not going to get totally into it, but I did have Pastor get in. I heard the Cowboys are in the playoffs.
Yes, they are.
He said, I would rather anybody in the world become Super Bowl champions other than the Cowboys.
Who said that?
Who's this?
It's a passenger that got in the car. He said, I can't stand Cowboy fans. They are the worst.
Oh, okay. All right. Now present company excluded. And a few other people that I know that pastor was right, because many Cowboys fans are absolutely annoying.
He said he said worse than Cowboy fans. He said Alabama fans are right up there with the Cowboy fans.
Oh, they're close. They're close.
Okay, so here's
my Mama Corey.
What is it that makes Dallas Cowboy fans so irritating? Somebody help me understand.
How many rings? How many rings? We're America's team. We're gonna go to the Super Bowl after 1-15 season. We're gonna go to the Super Bowl. You know that next year. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I'm okay. So the Packers fans say we're not going to go to the Super Bowl. Do the Washington football team fans say we're not going to go?
No. Packers fans are more annoying from the standpoint of, well, come on, who won the first?
We're the original.
Who's the trophy named after? Come on, who all y'all trying to be? Yeah, Cheeseheads could be almost just as annoying. Yeah.
That's a long time. All right. We're gonna dig into, like I said, today we're talking about the whole black men think the same. Don't leave us, guys. We're just having some fun. All right. So let me see. I'm gonna move down a little bit because I want Ephraim probably to come in on some of these. All right. So we're talking about, do all black men think the same, or do all men think the same? Because some are black men related, some are just male related. So that's why I kind of put the parentheses around that. Let's see. Boom. So the first one, of course, is how do you feel about sports? As you can see, Pastor and Cole are big sports fans. I am not at all. I don't keep up with it. Like, I hear about it, but I can't enter into a intellectual conversation about sports because they start throwing names. I'm like, what?
Now, to get AD involved, you just mentioned anything that involves either Knicks, Yankees, Mets.
Right.
And if you say they're good, you're on his good side. If you say they suck, he'll probably toss you off. But yes, you know some about sports, AD.
Indeed. Not that I don't know about it.
Right.
I do know. I can watch, and understand. Except soccer, that gets a little foreign sometimes. I mean, it's because it's not as always clear. It's clear, but there are points that you like, what? So he said cowboy cheerleaders. So sports is obvious. These gentlemen, they're all the way in. We're gonna probably circle back to that. I'm gonna see where Ephraim stands on that because he kind of talks about it, but I'm not sure how all in he is on it. All right. So what about, how do you guys feel about capitalism? Does it become too much, an overbearing thing? Does it need more regulations? Or do you feel like where it's at works? We just need people to be honest.
I'll let Pastor go first.
You said what?
Depends on whether or not you broke.
So would you? Okay, so Pastor,
he's right.
That's real talk because
he's right. He's 100% right on that. Yeah.
He said on the show, because I like to mention stuff that we've discussed that's been public already. You've been homeless, right? And you've had and you hadn't had.
Yes.
So you felt like your mind was different when you didn't have. You was like, this capitalism stuff kind of sucks. We need more push down to at this level. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I never
your mindset
felt like
the
that.
same.
I've always been a capitalist.
Okay.
Always. When I was homeless, I'm like, man, I got to get this money. I got to get out of here. I got to go make something happen. I worked at a factory. I worked at a sewing factory.
Right.
Just to get that. Nah, I'm a capitalist at heart. Whatever I have to do to make money, I will cut grass if I got to do that to make some money.
I got you. So let me ask this though. Because we're such a capitalist nation, right? Money and politics. How do you feel about that? Because
it should not mix. It should not mix.
I mean,
yes.
I know, I get it. I get what you. No, I know, separate. But I'm just throwing it out there, like the money that could kind of influence politics. Richard says, love it, but it's slowly being reformed and some extra regulation, sensitive and green and social responsibility. Like I'm good with some level of regulation, but I don't want it heavy as well because it becomes difficult to create, to innovate, to build things, to do certain things when regulation gets really heavy, and now it stifles competition. That's why you get some monopolies because, it's hard to enter a space if there's heavy regulation. But at the same time, I guess regulation keeps people from being overbearing and the giants from being bigger and doing things that can adversely affect our economy. So how do you guys feel about what level of regulation? Like, let's just say, starting a business, like we know the coaching business is like a more self-regulated thing. Certificates are given. You trust the certificate based on where it comes from. How do you guys feel about coaching, regulations on personal coaching and things of that nature? Should there be regulations on that? Is it, or it's just, you just have to use your own judgment so you don't get taken kind of thing? Does that make sense? Or did I lose you?
Let me see if I can play this back in the most simplified terms.
Yeah.
If I convince you to pay me
right
$5,000 to encourage you to chase your dreams,
right,
am I considered a criminal?
Right. That's good. That's good. That's a good thought process. That's
depending on who you give the money to, the answer is yes, which is messed up, but that's the truth.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's take prosperity preaching.
Right. Right.
God's going to bless you if you send me $10,000.
You know, it's funny you mentioned this, Pastor. So I was watching what was it, The Life of Tammy Faye yesterday.
Ooh, the Bakers.
Yeah. And of course it chronicled the journey of Jim Baker. And for those who don't know, I think most of you do, but for those who don't, basically he was a preacher in North Carolina, met this woman from Minnesota. They got married in the 60s, and they started their wonderful rise. Actually, did not know they started the 700 Club. Yep. And then after that, created Praise the Lord television network.
Yep.
And he looked like he was rich, but the dude was fully in deficit.
Really?
Yeah. And his preaching was basically, well, we're Christ, we're Christ's children. We ain't supposed to be broke.
Right.
So basically, the things we hear Creflo Dollar saying, Jim Baker was saying back in the 60s.
Right. So let me ask this though: Is it really criminal or wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like he had principles that I would assume he believed in.
That's what I'm saying. My thing is, you're asking, can I send you to prison? Can I convict you of being morally corrupt?
Right. That's good. Yeah.
And the reality,
can you regulate moral? Can you regulate
the reality, and because you got to think about it. Prosperity preaching is somebody that's a faith movement.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me it wasn't God that blessed me.
Right.
After I put $10,000 in the pot.
Right.
And you can't tell me that it was God who punished me. The fact that I'm broke because I was silly enough to put $10,000 in the pot just because somebody said it's gonna happen.
Right.
It's a faith move.
Yeah.
However,
go ahead.
However, if I'm on Wall Street
and
I'm saying, give me $10,000 and I'm going to turn it into 50 million. And I never make the investment.
Right. That's criminal.
Then I'm going to prison.
Right. That's good. You're right.
Right.
Yep.
Now you can criticize enrichment, motivational speakers for taking folks' money.
Right.
But you can also criticize folks for not doing proper research before giving their money.
True,
but we know that's not going to happen.
I know, but what I'm saying, but my point is, you're asking the question of, whether or not it's legal versus illegal, and I'm saying it's not illegal to be an idiot.
Right.
It's not illegal to be ignorant.
Right.
It's comical though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. So
men think differently about those things. Just ask a motivational speaker and ask a Wall Street investor.
Yeah.
Right.
And ask a prosperity preacher.
All right. This is another low balls, an easy one. So do you think therapy works, and have you been? I guess that might be kind of personal.
Yes and yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And yes. Yes and yes.
Yeah, it always helps talking to somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was easy.
Yeah. And therapy doesn't necessarily have to always come from a psychiatrist either. However,
that's the thing. You said therapy. You didn't say going to see a psychiatrist.
Right.
Well, I mean, what about a professional, not psychiatrist, but a certified therapist, not just talking to somebody.
I'm saying if therapy works, then there's nothing wrong with going to see a therapist.
Yeah, answer's the same. Yeah.
So license somebody. All right. All right. Let's dig a little harder.
But again, we're just three people.
You dig it. Yes, we're just three people.
Can you be pro-black and date interracial?
Oh, nice question, AD.
You can be pro-black and date who you want to date.
Well, I mean, Jim Brown is proof to that answer. Yes, you can.
Really?
Unfortunately.
I didn't know that. Wow.
He's pro-black as you get, but he dates white women like it's going out of style.
So you both agree that you can be pro-black and still date interracial. I don't know.
Yeah, people will tell you when you turn the lights off, you can't tell the difference.
Hello. Wow.
I don't know. I believe it. I'm a little controversial with that. I feel like if you're pro-black, you know, I think being pro-black and dating somebody and married to somebody black, I think helps with your fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Like I feel like I don't know. It can get kind of convoluted.
But now you're saying that your mate. What you're saying now is you date according to your fight. Because you said according to my fight,
or you court according to your fight too.
My fight and my preference are in line,
or in the set. Oh, yeah, okay.
They're parallel. And my preference are in line.
Yeah, they're parallel. Okay.
Yeah, this is how I live and what I want to see.
What I find interesting and funny is, you know, Pastor and I think are along similar lines in terms of, well, what we've seen. Right. Yet he has a black wife and so do I. You know, so
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're
multiple races.
Same here. Yeah. But I think
I have been the Rainbow Coalition.
But you know, unlike Jesse Jackson over there,
my God, I'm no respected person.
Lord, but unlike Pastor, I had date as many, but I have dated different. I've dated outside of black culture.
Okay.
But what I have found is what I relate to best and what I find most loving is a black woman. That's what what my experience have discovered.
Awesome.
Agreed.
All right.
Agreed.
Awesome. All right. So the next question. How do you feel about the N-word? Should it be eradicated? Should it be continued the way it is? Or should it be a word that everyone just allowed to use?
Neanderthal?
Nincompoop?
Nasty?
You know what?
Shout out to Michelle Nicety.
Yeah. I can't mess with y'all.
I feel about that word today the way I felt about that word 10 years ago, the way I felt about the word 20 years ago.
Okay.
It's of no consequence to me.
Okay.
It's like the word the. It needs to be used in proper context.
Okay. And the way the black culture is, they use it like it is the.
Yeah.
You know, I sort of feel similar, and I was an abuser of the word until about 11, 12 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and now whenever the unction hits me, when I see some behavior that is Negro-like, I do that.
Right.
I try to tailor it a little differently and not say the word, but my personal understanding is I don't say it, but I will definitely not preclude others in saying it. Of my culture, for sure. Of other cultures, you say it, and there's something wrong with you.
Okay.
Because
it's never been a default. It's never been a default word in my vernacular in my life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never. It's never been habitual for me. But because I've always been. I was raised in a diverse environment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
My upbringing was class based, not race based.
Yeah, mine was a little bit of both because, you know, like I told the story here.
Right.
I grew up in the hood, and my father was an occasional abuser of the word. So, like Charlie Murphy said, I was a habitual line stepper when it came to the N-word.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, mine was all one race, one people. So yeah,
I didn't have an all black nothing.
Yeah, mine was
first time I was an all black, a predominantly black.
Right.
I think Chicago.
Okay.
That'll do it.
Right. It was 1 year.
Yeah.
8th grade.
Wow.
Everything black. in our school, I graduated high school. I graduated 8th grade. In the entire school, there was one white guy.
Wow.
In the entire school. And his nickname was the H word.
Really? Really?
And he answered to it.
Wow.
Oh, good Lord.
Heaven sent? Holy? Oh. All right.
Henderson?
Yo, man, yeah, they call me Hulk. Like, what? I'm like, what? They call me
Happy?
I seriously, we went home. We was like, could this really be?
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Good morning, Deborah.
All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see. It's all right. How do you feel about social programs like food stamps,
Section 8,
and all of the above, any and everything?
I believe in hand ups, leg ups,
okay,
not handouts.
So you're not with those level of social programs?
I'm not with the
enabling.
Yeah, I don't like enablement, but I do like a hand up.
Yeah.
You're in a struggle, you need some assistance,
right.
You need to get up on your feet.
Right. But how do you determine
abuse of the system?
Yeah.
No, I don't agree with that.
I surely do not either.
Lifestyle, food stamp as a lifestyle? No, I don't agree with that.
Welfare check, get your welfare check. No, not that. No.
But generational welfare? No, I don't agree with that.
No.
I know what happens, but I don't agree with it.
Do you personally feel like sometimes people get stuck in a space where it's harder to get out? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And so I guess with the program, maybe there needs to be some level of assistance on how to get out. You know, like
I spent years in that realm.
Right.
You know, working with economic and community development, putting together social programs to help people get off the dependency. Get off the dependency of welfare.
What would you say some of the challenges were with that?
People not want to get up and go to work.
Oh, you mean like how today is?
Yeah, I mean it's challenging.
Don't agree.
You know,
we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we started a non-for-profit staffing agency, and we trained people, gave them office skills like clerical skills and things of that nature. I went to
good morning,
Fortune 1000 companies and said, hey, you know, I've got these trained individuals, give them entry-level jobs, and we'll make sure they come to work. I had to call them on Monday morning after they got paid on Friday. I had to call and make sure they got up to go to work, because folks get paid on Friday and call in sick on Monday. I had to do that.
I hear you. I mean, I'm not discounting what your experience, but I think some of the issue now, like with the lack of employee shortages, like especially in fast food restaurants, it's ridiculous. They ain't got nobody. But it's not the fact that folks are not working. Like, I don't believe it. I know for a fact where some folks are at. I can't quantify percentage, but like now they have a lot of day working apps outside of Lyft. You know, of course, the Lyft and the Instacarts. A lot of people are working those jobs, as well as like you can work at a warehouse for a day, for a week. You know, however long you want to work, and you can kind of switch until you find something that's paying more. You got estimates, you make negotiations, and I've seen a lot of those apps, and I've discussed that with a lot of people. Like, you know, they're like, I've been doing that because it keeps control of my schedule and I can pursue certain things. So I think a lot of that's going on because there are no more big government handouts. You know what I'm saying? Because that's been another. Well, everybody's on the stimulus, and these checks aren't going out. A lot of people are off unemployment. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like with that, a lot of people are on not really just social programs, but they're on these apps making money daily, as opposed to being stuck at a job or someplace, you know, fast food that they probably did until they got laid off. You know, like you feel like you have to be there till you get fired. You're like, maybe I could do something else. You know, like I think for me personally, that's what I feel like has happened. And my small research, you know, from my space, this is what I've come up with. You got something else, Cole? You throw it out there, my brother, because I know you have. you have numbers, you work in the media, so you might see things from a different perspective.
Well, I get what you're saying, because I think one of the positives, the pandemic. It's funny we're talking about a pandemic being positive. What an oxymoron!
Right.
But one of the positives actually was having people understand what type of passions they have and having them turn that into commerce.
Right.
And so that is a good thing. And I think people are still in that discovery phase of, do I really want to work for somebody else, or do I want to work for myself? So we're starting to see that transition, and it sort of aligns with the negative, which is we're starting to see the cost of living still going up and up and up and up.
Right.
Where how for a middle class family to get a good house, you have to at least come off of 6 figures, if not 7 in certain markets.
Right.
And just that alone is ridiculous. Right. So you were seeing this intersection of self-discovery and trying to make ends meet.
Right.
And many entrepreneurs, my wife being one of them, is caught in that struggle.
Right.
And has been for the last 2 years. It is an interesting thing. When you think about welfare, or you think about a temporary position where you're down and you need a hand up instead of a handout.
Right.
Sometimes with certain people, they consider a hand up a handout.
Right.
And I think that's the problem that you have. And to pass this point, that is what I believe we have to encourage people to get out that mindset of, where if someone's handing you something, it's not necessarily something that you're supposed to be entitled to get every single time, unless you have a job or unless you are a business owner yourself.
Well, my story, when I say I was homeless, people think, oh man, he was on the street, with a tin cup, shaking a cup.
Yeah.
Alms for the poor. The reality is I hit a rough spot.
Yeah.
I hit a moment of transition. I had moved from one state to another state. I had saved up some money. I was trying to find a job, and literally couldn't find a job and ran out of money, and I could no longer pay for my hotel.
Right.
So I ended up in a shelter. Right. I didn't go ask anybody. I went to the shelter because I knew someone that referred me. Hey, I know a place where you can go next to this church until you get on your feet.
Right.
And so I went there, and they provided room and board for us. And someone who was connected to that place worked at a factory, told me they were hiring. So I stayed at this shelter long enough. I started working at this job, and I saved up my money, and I stayed at the shelter long enough to have a deposit for a trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I wasn't even there a year.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was there for about maybe 6 months.
Yeah.
And I saved up my money and found this old abandoned trailer and bought it.
Right.
And me and this guy handyman, we stripped it down and rebuilt it from the ground up.
Wow.
And I moved my family into it. And from there, I just continued to build.
Right.
But the thing is, I never got food stamps. I never got any social support. I found a job and worked it.
Right.
When I could buy something, I went and I bought it. When I needed a couch, I saved up and I went and got it. I needed a bed, I saved up, I went and I got it.
Right.
And I just rebuilt my life from that. And what I'm saying is, and so my point is, it's hard for me to receive excuses from people. Right?
Right.
Because the shelter was a leg up.
Right.
It was a hand up.
Right.
Right.
And when I got on my feet, I went back there and I helped them.
Right.
That's what sparked my life, my career into the non-for-profit world. That's when I learned to give back. That's when I realized, man, when you do something, make sure you reach back and pull somebody else up.
Pay it forward. Wow.
But you also rid people of excuses.
Right.
Because if you have 2 working hands and 2 working feet and you can think,
Mm-hmm.
you can work.
That's right.
Definitely.
Period.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, my thing is, I believe in social support.
Right.
I don't believe in abusing the system. I believe that if you can get up, you can work.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just that simple. And if you can do that, and the thing is, like, if I didn't eat, it's because I didn't have money.
Right.
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 Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, if I was hungry but my family was fed, I was good.
Right.
Right.
Because I could be sitting at the table watching my family eat, and somebody's going to give me something off their plate.
Right.
So and I'm not saying like everybody's not like me. Everybody don't think that way.
Right.
I'm saying that's my perspective. And so when it comes, I'm hard on people.
Right.
Because I don't like hearing the excuses, because been there, done that, got the button, bro.
Right.
You can do it. You know, and I also remember taking a job. I told myself I wasn't going to work these types of jobs anymore. I needed them for a season.
Right.
And I got away from it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so and I remember walking off a job because I said, nope, I'm not going to do this. So going back to the capitalism,
right.
I found where the money was, and I went after it.
Yeah.
I found out there was money in IT, so I went after it.
Right.
In the words of Organized Noise, get up, get out, get something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Organized Noise. Wow.
But all the while,
leaning
and depending totally on God.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I know I came all the way away from that, but that hit capitalism. That
no,
hit
you're just fine.
What we feel about social support.
Yeah.
You know.
I hear you. Okay. Back. All right. Let's see. I have one more. Wait a minute. This
my head coach just got fired.
Who got fired? You said who got fired?
Brian Flores from Miami just got fired.
Oh, that's a shame.
So did Matt Nagy. You knew that.
Well, that one I knew was coming, but the doggone. Sorry. Go ahead, Eddie. That upset me. That upset me.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Bob Saget.
Yes.
Bob Saget died.
Yes. Rest in peace, Bob Saget.
Sidney Poitier, rest in peace.
Yes. Sidney Poitier, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. And of course, Betty White. We all know.
Yes.
So the prophet that prophesied we were going to lose a significant African American person. The changing of an era. I guess they was right.
Right.
Yeah. Looks like they were.
Okay. So, all right. I'm not going to ask that.
I'll be messing it up. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. Man. So do you feel the effects of slavery still affects us?
Yes.
The effects of slavery.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you really? I don't know. I'm on the fence. I don't know. I don't feel like. I don't know.
My mother raised 4 sons, and my mom just put a statement out there because we were never. We struggled as young people. I remember the syrup sandwiches, but we never had public assistance growing up.
Right.
Never. So I got it from my mama.
I get it from my mama. All right.
You get it from his mom.
So you still I don't know why you know what? Okay, you know why I think I struggle with this question.
Okay.
Like I fall back sometimes. I think about excuses or reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate hearing it because I feel like, well, this is why we can't do. It makes sense. Like I think that's why I struggle with this question, because I feel like it's we have these issues because of this, and it's always going to be here because of this. You understand what I'm saying? And maybe because the way I look at it, that's why it's hard for me to really grasp the effects. Like slavery it's still affecting us. Does that make sense?
How could that situation not still affect us?
Exactly.
We're free.
No, we're not.
What?
No, we're not.
Free. I mean, I'm not a slave no. I'm not no slave no more. I'm just saying, like, I'm not living in that space where the oppression is happening to me like that. I can look a white man in the face. I can talk to him any way I want to.
Because you can look a white man in the face.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not oppressed. We're not an oppressed.
I mean, I don't feel oppressed.
I will put it to you this.
That's because you pass.
I will put it to you this way.
You know what? That's it.
I will.
I done gave you enough chances. Done with Pastor McCrory. Today, I renounce my membership.
Oh my gosh. I will put it to you this way. January 6th. Lord, that's cold. I will put it to you this way, AD, as to how I really do feel as though we still feel the effects of slavery today.
Okay.
January 6th, 2021.
Okay.
If all of those people were black and roamed and stormed the Capitol, do you think that they would have the opportunity to storm the Capitol, leave, and go back to their homes before they get arrested?
But is that
or
slavery?
Do you think it would be a massacre?
No, it's the effect.
You said the effect of slavery, meaning there is still this prospect of the government looking upon the skin color of somebody and judging them by their superiority or their inferiority. So yes, 150, 1.5 years after slavery, we still have the effects that we still wear to this day. Do we now? Are we in chains? Are we shackled up?
No, I mean,
are we called bucks and winches? No.
Do you think January 6th happened because of the contrasting narratives between the GOP and the Democratic Party, or do you think January 6th happened because white folks are scared that America is getting darker?
The latter, Alex.
I'm going.
I'll take America's getting darker for 400, Alex.
Yes.
I'm going. I don't know. I'm going with first.
I will take.
Wait. So hold on.
Before you go there.
Okay. So first of all, let me preface my comments with this.
Shoot.
I believe in my Bible.
Right.
Yes, sir.
My spiritual disposition and my faith goes well beyond Washington, D.C., Trumpsters, the GOP, who's sitting in the office.
Same here.
White House.
Same here.
Let me make that very clear.
Right? Yes.
But for the purpose of this conversation and the fact that we're on Brothers of Legacy.
Yes, indeed.
And, a lot of y'all would stop listening if I sat up here and preached every day.
Wow.
So I get into this entertainment aspect of it. I'm saying to you, you're telling me that you believe that that January 6th happened because Trump lost, or it happened because of what Trump's loss represents?
I believe it was a Trump losing, and I believe I'm not totally with all white people are scared of black people rising because we've
either, because they're not all people are scared of black people.
We've gained ground for a long time. I mean, and with the numbers out there, still we're only 13%. You know what I'm saying? Like, still, I don't know. Like, what am I missing? Do you feel uncomfortable going to certain cities where you still see Confederate flags?
I will answer that question for you, Sean. Yes, because I live in a city where there's a whole lot of Confederate flags that fly in the neighborhoods in which I reside. Yes.
I still don't even go to NASCAR.
Even though they have banned the Confederate flag to be waved, I totally understand. I totally understand why you say that. Yeah. Yeah,
absolutely. And the answer for probably 99% of black men is going to be yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
that's the effect of slavery.
I'll say this though, AD. I think from your vantage point,
right?
Or now, do we still see house Negroes and slave Negro mentality?
Right. Yes.
To a degree, yes, but to a larger degree, and I think the way you're thinking, the answer is no. We don't see the plantation, and we don't see the plantation owner. We don't see the whips and chains. We don't see the mistreatment in ways of, well, we work and we get nothing but whips. Right. So from that aspect, from the on its face aspect, no. But from the mental and emotional and psychological aspect, the answer is of course we still do.
Okay, in the city. So let me ask. Okay, so let me ask this, because I've spoken to folks about the flag, like that were country, flag loving folks. I mean, for the most part, of course, the overarching reason is historical. And let me pause by saying this: there's no way I defend the flag. I believe the flag should be burned and disappeared from out of all public eye, other than history books, because that's where it needs to be, because it's happened. So it's got to show it. It's got to be represented somewhere.
And that's a bold
in a museum.
That's a bold statement, because both you, Pastor, and I live in southern states where they believe that is Southern rights.
right.
When they fly that type of flag. I'm sorry, state and Southern rights.
Right.
State rights and Southern rights. But yeah, go ahead.
Mike Zimmer got fired.
I saw that too.
We're talking about after. People are like, who is Mike Zimmer? Stop it, Pastor. All right. So, I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. Like, okay, so let me ask you this then. So when you see, if you like, Pastor, if you go into, let's just say, an establishment, right? And like it's a restaurant. You heard it got some good barbecue. Because barbecue is the spot. We go in there. You go in there, and there's a flag hanging way up at the top. Will you patronize? And that goes for both you guys. Would you patronize? And I'm gonna check out a men. Lisa,
ask for a Negro pie.
Good Lord.
The reality.
I agree with Lisa. I agree with that.
Carried out in different ways. Okay.
Yeah, and that's you can.
The goalposts have moved, basically.
You can talk about the surface, but there's still an undercurrent.
Yeah,
I got you.
Basically, the goal. Basically, the goalposts have moved, and the oppression comes a lot differently, a lot more covertly, a lot more subtly, but it's still there.
Well,
and it's unfortunate.
It was more covert. It was more subtle before Donald Trump hit office.
Oh, definitely.
Since Barack Obama hit office.
I was going to say, you could look at when Obama went into office. That's a clear-cut example there.
Yeah, they've come out of the woodwork. I mean, that's just the reality. And so, here's what you must recognize. We can talk all day about the contrast in narrative between the GOP and Democrats, but the reality is it's Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter.
It's more blatant now.
And when you talk about Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter, who's having the argument? The debate is between who and who. Right? Typically, the people who say all lives matter look the same.
Right.
The people who say Black Lives Matter are diverse.
Right. I'll give you a subtle effect of slavery still existing. Right. So whenever you see presidents do State of Union addresses, that you hear applause, and you either see applause with one and not the other, but you never hear loud outbursts of the sort. Well, the first time Obama did his State of the Union address, there was someone who yelled out, "Liar!" Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So let me add. So you guys personally feel a level of restriction in this country? Like,
so here's the best way that I can answer this, AD, is the validation is the fact that we still have to have the conversation.
100. Yeah.
In the words of folks from the hood, say less. The fact that we're still having this conversation tells you that we're still struggling with the effects of slavery.
On the first month of the 10th day of our Lord 2022, yes, this is still a subject that we have to discuss. Still.
In fact, we've gone backwards as a society.
Oh gosh, yes. I mean, it's to the point where now we have a movie that's out now, where it basically pokes fun, makes parody, and gives us a lot of time to think and a lot of food to digest, and have to understand you could have one scenario, but have two divergently different ways that you attack it.
Don't look up.
Don't look up.
Don't look up.
Yeah, you can have the same. Yeah, you can have the same thing, but you have two divergent opinions on how you're going to attack it.
Right.
Where that was not as overt years ago.
Right.
And yes, don't look up, Ashley. Yes.
All right. We're gonna get ready to wrap up, but I'm gonna dig a little harder into this tomorrow. I'm gonna see.
Well, you said you had the question is, do all black men think alike, or do men we think differently? You don't feel that.
Yeah.
AD. Yeah. Yep. But that's the beautiful part about it. That the beautiful part about us thinking differently is that it proves, one, we, just like black women, are not a monolith.
Right.
And it proves that, two, that when you hear divergent viewpoints, you want to listen to them to see if you can learn so you can expand your thought process. And three, it makes us a better culture.
Right.
Because we're not get off my lawn with the understanding of, well, this black man thinks differently than me.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing that you think differently than me. It's a beautiful thing that Pastor thinks differently than me.
Right.
But we should embrace that, just like I think we are now, and celebrate that. Because it makes us better as men. It makes us better as men of God.
Definitely.
Yes. Absolutely.
Definitely. All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I appreciate you guys rocking with us. Y'all didn't even ask any questions. You didn't throw any questions at us. I was hoping like some of the ladies like, what do you think it is? But I guess I didn't open it up like that. So we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same channel, as we dig further into these conversations. Yeah, because we're going to dig into something. All right. So I appreciate you guys for rocking with us and hanging with us. Make sure you share. Let other brothers and sisters know that we are in the building. As always, love you. Know that God loves you more. Continue to stay safe. And we will see you in the AM. I think that's it. That's all.
My Dallas Cowboy watch.
There we go. All right, we out. As always, we love you. Know that God loves you more. Stay safe. Thank you guys for rocking, hanging, being. Make sure you sharing is caring. All of my replay peoples that watch in the background that I know see this show, I appreciate.